I'm diving again, and this time, Grand Cayman. You know Grand Cayman for two reasons: diving and money laundering. Whenever I have money to launder, I head straight to the Cayman Islands. And there's a whole nother video just about money laundering. Check our YouTube channel. But the diving. As a diver, if you've never dived on Grand Cayman, you've always wanted to. And I always wanted to. Now that I'm here, I get why they got this reputation. So many dive sites. Really impressive walls, pinnacles, swim-throughs, at least one arch, and a couple of wrecks. Caymans are a self-governing British overseas territory, about an hour and a half flight from Miami. It's really flat for a Caribbean island, and it's full of British citizens, roundabouts, and very excellent beaches. Seriously, 7 Mile Beach lives up to its reputation. Lots of other nice beaches further up north on the West Sound, which is where they keep most of the dive shops, and it's where I spent all my time. The tourism website claims 365 dive sites in the Caymans, all three of them, 240 just on Grand Cayman. I believe it. The map shows dive sites all the way around the island and a cluster of dive shops along the touristy west coast. I'm told there are 30 dive shops, and I believe that too. I tried counting them up on Google Maps, but I couldn't keep them straight. There's so many dive shops. And I'm told they do 2 full dive trips a day during busy season, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, 2 boat dives. So I took the liberty of doing some math. The dive boat I went out on squeezed 16 people out on a busy day when they're full. I'm sure they don't all fit 16, so I used an average of 12 divers. 12 divers, 30 dive shops, 360 divers. Times 2 dives a day is 720 divers going out per day. 30 days a month, 21,600 divers per month. And then the fun numbers, so that's like $3 million a month during the busy season coming into Grand Cayman just from the diving. And worth every penny, I'd say. I mean, we all had a great time. But I'm buying a dive boat. Who's with me? Kittiwake. Apparently you can't come to Grand Cayman without a dive on the Kittiwake. In fact, there are multiple moorings here, and quite often during busy season they all have a boat attached with more boats waiting. Which is why the dive briefing emphasizes how to recognize your dive master underwater and how to stay in formation. It's a nice big wreck, 250 feet long, and I could see from one end to the other in the excellent visibility. I'm not that big on wrecks. My dive master host took me through the adjacent reef though, and it's really nice. I like that reef as much as I like any of the other reefs on Cayman. And after the last of the swim-throughs, we came out right there at the wreck. Here are the best shots of the largest concentrations and varieties of fish I saw in the 3 days of diving there. I didn't see a single eel, maybe 1 lobster during the day, but at least 5 on a night dive I took. But there were some interesting bigger fish. And once when my favorite dive master, Kelly, got swarmed of live fish on our way back to the boat. So those were the biggest concentrations of fish that I saw the whole time I was there, and there's fish here. Frankly, I was expecting more fish, but we'll see. I'm off to Cozumel, Roatan, and Belize in a couple months. I'll be able to compare another place that has the same amount of tourists or more. Because I just came from Dominica, and there's a massive difference in the amount of sea life. But I never saw so many garden eels in my life as here. And nobody else seemed to care. I thought they were very cool. But everyone else is so used to them, they just, swam on by. Another wreck. This is the Doc Paulson, which I obviously thought was quite picturesque. And so did Kelly. There she is getting much better video than I got, I'm sure. And if I could even figure out how to use Google to share files, I would have video of me looking back at her, taking video of her. Anyway, I've been trying to figure it out. Can't do it. Now, I think I was supposed to have been following people around, but I'm not used to diving like that, so... But I didn't get in trouble. We got that going for us. Bonnie's Arch, another fine example of the type of really interesting reef structure found among the hundreds of dive sites. that make Grand Cayman exciting and fun. But now, talk about the coral a little bit. I can't compare the health of the coral to previous visits since this is my first time here. But looking at the stony corals, I have to wonder how they looked 5 or 10 years ago. There are at least a couple of groups working on coral in this area. There's CCMI, Central Caribbean Marine Institute, based in Little Cayman, and Reef Renewal Cayman Islands. I guess they're on Grand Cayman, but they're a quick Google search to find them. They're both doing scientific research, and they both take volunteer efforts from people like you, and they both take donations, so you can help out in any way you can. The latter, Reef Renewal Cayman Islands, seems to offer a PADI specialty course in reef restoration, which is one PADI specialty course I can actually get behind. That music obviously means it's time for me to STFU, so that's it. No, seriously, that's all. I have nothing else to say. Except that I did have a smashing time diving with Dive Tech up in the northern portion of West Sound. Very close to hell, actually. Don't believe me, look it up.